on a thrilling journey through the enchanting streets of London. Our first stop is the iconic Tower of London. This fortress has stood tall for nearly 1,000 years and has witnessed some juicy historical gossip. It served as a royal residence, a prison, and even a treasury. You'll hear tales of famous residents, like Anne Boleyn, who met a rather unfortunate end. But don't worry, folks, the crown jewels are still intact, dazzling like the smiles on your faces. Next, we'll stroll along the Thames River and spot the impressive Tower Bridge, often mistaken for London Bridge. Fun fact: London Bridge isn't as fancy as you might think. There's a reason the nursery rhyme, "London Bridge is falling down," exists. But don't worry, it's been rebuilt, and now it stands sturdily over the river, connecting the north and south banks. As we walk along, you'll see the majestic St. Paul's Cathedral. Designed by Sir Christopher Wren, this masterpiece survived the Great Fire of London in 1666. It's said that Wren had a cheeky sense of humor. When asked why the dome was so high, he allegedly replied, "Because Londoners won't look up for fear of seeing a pot of gold." Well, I hope you're not afraid to look up, as the view from the top is simply breathtaking. Feeling a bit peckish? Fear not, as we'll make a pit stop at Borough Market, a foodie paradise where your taste buds will rejoice. Try some British classics like fish and chips or indulge in international delights. Just remember, if you eat too much, you might have to roll to our next destination. Now, prepare to be amazed by the architectural marvel that is the Houses of Parliament and the Big Ben, or Elizabeth Tower, as some now call it. Although Big Ben's famous chimes were silenced for a while due to renovations, they're back in action, ringing louder than ever. Remember, folks, Big Ben isn't the name of the clock, it's the nickname of the great bell inside. Consider that a fun trivia nugget. Oh, and speaking of Parliament, you might hear some lively debates if you stick around long enough. It's like a theatrical performance with politicians, plenty of drama and occasional comedic moments. But let's not get too deep into politics. We're here for the sights and giggles. Now, let's hop on a double-decker bus, an absolute London must-do. Sit on the top deck if you want the wind to style your hair as we make our way to the world-famous Buckingham Palace. This is the Queen's official residence, but don't be surprised if she's not in to receive us with open arms. If you spot the royal standard flag flying atop the palace, it means Her Majesty is at home, but if it's the Union Jack, well, she's probably out for a spot of tea. As we approach Trafalgar Square, keep your eyes peeled for the majestic Nelson's Column and the 4 iconic lion statues. They're not very talkative, but they're excellent listeners. In the heart of the square, you'll find yourself surrounded by cultural landmarks like the National Gallery, which houses an incredible collection of masterpieces. You might want to brush up on your art history before visiting, or you can just pretend to be an art connoisseur. That's half the fun. To wrap up our day, we'll head to Covent Garden, a lively hub of entertainment and shopping. Street performers are aplenty here, showcasing their talents and hoping for a generous applause, or maybe some coins. Look out for the levitating Yoda. He's quite the Jedi master of street magic. Well, my lovely tourists, I hope you enjoyed our London escapade filled with history, laughs, and memorable moments. Now it's time to bid farewell, but remember, London will always be here, ready to welcome you back with open arms and plenty more tales to tell. Until we meet again, keep calm and carry on exploring. Cheers!